So which is your team, Skylar? I forget since the last time you were on here.
We've talked we are both Jets fans, unfortunately.
That's right. Now it all comes back to me. Okay,
yeah, so
Skylar.
It's been a tough years.
Well, this is what I've been talking about all year long, and I saw it coming week one. I even wondered if we get the first overall pick, do we just tell Sam Darnold farewell and via con Dios? And I was, normally I do appreciate the competition and respect the prideful nature of National Football League players, but I was hoping they would just tank the whole rest of the damn season just for Trevor Lawrence.
Yep, that's how I felt. I've been dealing with this, not to jump sports.
Go for it.
I've been dealing with this because my teams are Mets, Knicks, and Jets, so It's kind of tough. And finally, it looks like the Knicks are starting to turn it around, and it's very exciting. I am about a year and a half away from feeling that with the Jets, potentially, like some sort of new beginning, maybe a young squad, some draft picks.
But I don't know if you're aware, because you might be doing press for much of the day, Scott. Are you aware that the Mets just traded for Francisco Lindor of the Cleveland Indians and then decided to bring on Carlos Carrasco's salary too? Because what's the phrase that I used earlier, Chris Brockman, for the owner of the Mets, Stephen Cohen? He's so rich he
defecates nickels.
Defecates nickels. Yeah, that's the phrase that I used earlier on this show. Skylar, did you hear that news about the Mets?
The Mets, I love the Mets, and I actually have not heard about that trade.
Yep, it's
done.
Like
a lot of off-season moves that they make, I'm always I'll believe it when I see it kind of guy, especially when they go after like vets who I don't know how they're going to be on the Mets. Sometimes that, where they're cursed. So I've been burned so many times that the Mets I take very lightly. So my dad is the opposite. He gets his hopes up he had his hopes up for the Jets. You better watch out. They got some receivers.
No.
You. I mean, Darnold's got an arm, but once he's healthy, and it's like, oh my God. And then, in 4 weeks after they lose 4, he goes, same old Jets. So I'm cautiously optimistic as far as these moves go with the Mets.
By the way, what you did on this show, we have since your last appearance, we have come up with a new segment on this show where you need to give your sports takes if you kind of need to force yourself to believe it. Like it sounds like what your dad did. You go higher register. Like, hey, Darnold's got an arm and he's got some receivers. And it sounds like your dad went higher register on the 2020 New York Jets earlier this year.
He went high register, and then in 4 weeks he goes deep into the base. Just like, I don't know what to do. This is ridiculous. I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what I mean? It's just the depression. I can't deal with the bipolar nature of being fans of my team. So I kind of zen out until they start to show promise. And now here I am, hook, line, and sinker for the Knicks. It took me 8 games to be like, this is a squad.
Yes.
Here I go, high register.
By the way, I think for tomorrow's higher register segment, I think Skylar Astin just gave me an idea. I might go Knicks tomorrow for the higher register.
Oh, my God.
Hey, look.
Honored.
I know. I mean, look at that. Julius Randle and Tom Thibodeau, and they've won 5 of their first 8. I mean, that's something like that. I think I'm workshopping it right now with you.
Right. And
now.
Hey, quickly, these young guys, they're not afraid to compete. I don't know. I like it. They got shooters.
They got shooters.
See, it's just
it took him no time to.
It's not even in foul trouble anymore.
Yeah, see, took him no time to pick up on the higher register. Well done.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.